I'm going to show the story of Myndlift, and starts a few years back when I was looking for a solution for ADHD that did not use medications. And there were not many out there. The reason why I was looking for that is because two of my siblings were diagnosed with ADHD, and the one who diagnosed them was my own father. He's a neurologist. When I looked at the market, I found a few other alternatives that are drug-free, but not all of them were effective, and the research was not solid in most of them. But then we stumbled upon something that is called neurofeedback, and we started exploring it. And the basic thing behind neurofeedback is that it's based on EEG that measures the brain activity. And using these measurements, neurofeedback presents visual and auditory stimuli on a computer screen in real time that can help the brain self-regulate. So you would go to the clinic, they would put these EEG electrodes on your head, and as you're looking at a screen, the game that you're playing changes based on your brain activity, creating a operant conditioning loop that helps you improve specific functions. So you can improve attention, you can improve relaxation, and it has been used for multiple purposes as it slowly teaches the brain to self-regulate and correct. Now, of course, it doesn't happen overnight. I mean, you have to do 20 to 40 sessions to really see the effect. And the basic thing behind it is that, when you look at EEG, you can decompose it into multiple different frequencies or frequency bands, and each frequency band is correlated with something different or a different mental state in the brain. So for example, alpha is really very correlated with relaxation. The more relaxed you are, you would see higher alpha brain frequencies and so on. And so people figured that, since you have that brain frequency correlations, what can be measured can also be improved. And so they started using neurofeedback for multiple uses, and not only ADHD. So they started using neurofeedback for memory enhancement, memory consolidation, sleep, stress reduction, attention, and so on. And hundreds of studies have been published on it. It all looks great, have studies on anxiety, cognitive enhancement, addiction, ADHD. And it looks like, the perfect solution. It's drug-free, has minimal side effects, and has long-term impact. Sounds great, but looks like this, right? You have to go to the clinic, and you have to sit down and put these EEG electrodes on and get connected to a computer screen while a clinician is looking at you while you're doing the training. And that kind of made it a little bit inaccessible and not affordable. It required you to go to the clinic 20 to 40 times to do that and pay thousands of dollars to complete the therapy. And it has a very cumbersome setup with kind of outdated software. And that's why Myndlift was created. We used wearable technology to bring neurofeedback from the clinical environment to the home environment while keeping the therapist involved, thus keeping a high level of professionalism. We've built a holistic platform. This holistic platform uses the Muse device, brain control training. So you basically put the device on and you start playing games that are controlled by specific brain frequencies. And we've also built the therapist dashboard that allows clinicians to specify what brain frequencies they are going to train and to monitor the progress of the patients. We've deployed it in hundreds of clinics worldwide. Right now, we've deployed it in more than 200 clinics. Half of them are actively paying for it. And we've allowed clinics to offer, for the first time, professional remote neurofeedback that is fun for users to do. And we allowed more people to get access to home neurofeedback. And while doing that, we've been collecting 60,000 minutes of EEG on a monthly basis. That's a lot of data. Now, just to emphasize on to show what level of personalization we provide, this is just an example of an ADHD patient. She's 14 years old, and you can see on the left side, a brain map showing her baseline before she started the Myndlift training. You can see that in specific brain locations with specific frequencies, there was overactivation way above the norm. And that, when clinicians spotted that, they managed to customize a training protocol through the Myndlift system that targets these frequencies in these exact locations. And the end result, as you can see on the right side, is regulation of these frequencies and bringing them back to the norms. We've also collected data from the clinics and showed how Myndlift can be helpful in decreasing symptoms, in inattentiveness, negative thoughts, and also in sleep. And through this time, and throughout this, the last 2 years, we've been establishing clinical validity and credibility by working directly with therapists. But the end vision, really, the end goal is to bring this kind of brain fitness to everyone. So really the next stage is to allow anyone to get supervised neurotraining at home, meaning that instead of just using the device by yourself and which is unregulated, and that's something that has been mentioned in the panel, you actually have a therapist that is connected to you remotely without the need for you to leave your home, that monitors your progress, can personalize a training program that fits your needs, and can help you through the training, which could also increase accountability, therefore engagement and efficacy with the solution. And really, we look at it this way. I mean, physical fitness can be really augmented with a personal coach and a machine. So can brain fitness. And that's really what we set out to do in Myndlift. Thank you.